So, in the year 2025, now playing a game from a PS2 era. I believe most people realize that the PS2 era was completely stacked with great games. One of my favorites of all time is from that era, Beautiful Joe. But what does that mean for Tony Hawk? Well, personally, I don't believe Pro Skater 4 was a big enough improvement compared to 3. 1 and 2 made the formula with very tight controls and everything, and going back to playing this game makes it feel pretty damn good, all things considered. However, let's just get this out of the way now. This game and series is known for its soundtrack, and that still holds up to at least guys like me, or anyone that's played these games when they were younger. Playing this again with the soundtrack really makes me appreciate the older hip-hop and rap, and how much I realize I don't vibe with this newer style of LA Choppa or Tentacion that everyone loves, but I can't get it. But also being honest about that, I'm not a big fan of hip-hop or rap in general unless it's like DMX, Eminem, or 50 Cent, maybe even MF Doom. That being said, my favorite songs from this game's OST are Mad Capsule Market's Pulse, AFI, The Boy Who Destroyed the World, Roland's Band, What's the Matter Man. In no particular order, they just always are my favorite bops, I guess. I do really like CKY's feature in this OST as well, but it's not my favorite track by them in this. That would go to Escape from Hellview. I listened to that all the time when I skateboarded back in high school. As for the game itself, when I was younger, I think I was about 5 years old when it came out, but I played it when I was 5 to 8 all the time. I remember being better at it compared to now. It takes a lot more of reaction time, but I still remember how much I hated the 2-minute timer when I was younger. Now that I'm more mature tackling this title again, I can see how great of a design choice it was to have that 2-minute timer. If Tony Hawk never existed and this game released today, or even the first Tony Hawk today, with the new TikTok attention span, it would still hold up great. Because every moment truly does count in every single run. You have 2 minutes, you make that 2 minutes count. If you're not, then you're retrying again to max out the pro score challenge, the highest score challenge, whatever you're doing in the game. And this goes doubly so for the challenge maps like Rio, where if you bail even once, that highly affects your score, and it just scratches that game design itch that I never had as a kid. There is a move I am really used to, which is the wall plant, but that's mostly because I played most of my Tony Hawk games from American Skateland on the DS, and on the DS I also played a lot of Superstar Ultra as well. I remember The World Ends With You was huge on that game console as well with my friend group at the time, but I never picked it up for whichever reason. Maybe I couldn't afford it or I couldn't find it, but I'm sure I would have liked it if I tried it. But I was pretty milquetoast around that age and how I appreciated games back then. Every level has enough personality. Some are definitely better than others. I gotta say Los Angeles, and more so Airport, are my favorites. Airport because it's like having one easy big downhill line jam to easily get those combo maxes, and the objectives don't even halt your momentum that you have in those combos. As much as I would like to say how this compares to Tony Hawk's Underground, I've never played it or finished it. Mostly because my mom at the time saw the strip club advertisement on TV and vehemently didn't want me borrowing that game even from a friend or buying it myself, which was disappointing as a kid. Now that I realize it, I could have probably just bought a different game and rented that game and put the game in the case, whatever. But I think that's definitely an American view of it though. A parent can show their kid violent movies and not care much about the blood and gore, and also violent video games. But the minute there's a possibility to see a half-nude woman, then it's truly the worst thing on earth. And then get told by morons online saying, why are women always sexualized? Because the culture of American parents don't know how to handle that subject, that boys will be like that. And instead of teaching them to tackle that thought process in a mature way, they just rather not even deal with it and have them learn on their own. And that's how we get the culture we have in American men viewing females as we do today. Unless you're an OnlyFans girl saying don't sexualize me, in which case, this doesn't apply to you. I'm ranting right now, but besides the point, the game definitely still holds up. I don't believe the new remake of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 will really hold a candle to this version. It's a PS2 game, everyone knows how to play a PS2 game nowadays. And everyone seemed to have forgotten how much they butchered the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 by making the controls in the remake way too sloppy and floaty to even call it the same game. Even if it's good, I probably won't buy it. I already have Skater XL, and that new skate game from EA is coming out on Origin, the free-to-play one. I gotta see if it's good or bad first. And we also have the modding scene of Thug Pro, which I think is still happening unless Activision totally cut that off too. We have plenty of sports riding games now on PC, ones that aren't just Tony Hawk clones, and that doesn't take away from the fact that the gameplay of Tony Hawk itself was truly ahead of its time. If you've never played a Tony Hawk game, this is a great point to start. It streamlines a lot of things that the first and second game didn't have. You can't wall plant, but that's my only gripe with this game. Everything else is super tight. Playing it is just as good as it was when I was a kid, even though I'm a bit worse and slower now. Everyone's gotta play it, if you like video games. I have opened both a Patreon and Ko-Fi account, and both links will be in the description of every video, where you get an invite to the private Discord when you sign up. If you had an opinion about the video, please let me know with a like or dislike or a comment, if possible. Expect more reviews weekly to bi-weekly. I've had some health complications I'm finally getting over in a couple of weeks. This review itself was commissioned by longtime viewer PS2 Controller, shout out to you. And if you would like a commission, please leave a comment and I'll consider it as a review after the next one I make. If you want your commission to take priority over everyone else, please donate to the Patreon or Ko-Fi in the description, and I'll contact you from there. I'll see you all soon again. Bye-bye.